Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video we are going to take a look at this 2.5-inch hard drive or SSD enclosure, and this one is from ORICO. So if you have a laptop that you've recently upgraded from a hard drive to SSD, then you can use such enclosure and use your spare hard disk drive and use them as an external drive. Or you want to build your own external easy to carry portable hard drive or portable drive, then you can use this enclosure as well. You can buy any SSD or hard drive in the market, put them inside this enclosure and use this using a USB cable. So I got this from Amazon, and for this I paid about 500 rupees. That's close to $6 to $7 US. As you can see, this particular enclosure is available in 4 different colors, but the black was the cheapest, so I went with the cheapest because the functionality wouldn't be different among different colors. But you can see you can buy this in white, blue and a little pink color as well. Here you can see the model number as well, 25PW1U3, and the brand name is ORICO. So without any further delay, let me just take the content of the box out and see what we get inside the packaging. So inside the packaging, the first thing that you will see is the enclosure itself. As you can see, here is the ORICO branding. On the front you can see here is your micro B connector. It looks like there is an LED there which will let you know whether the SSD or hard drive is working or not. To open this, you can see there is a small mark there, so you will have to open it like that, and then you can lift it from behind like that. And here you will install your hard disk drive or any SSD of your choice, and then you can connect a USB micro B cable here, and the other end will connect to your computer, and then you can use this, carry this around like a portable drive without any problem. Now the first impression of the plastic is decent. The finish feels really good. It feels very nice in the hand. The plastic and everything feels really nice in the hand. Let's take a look at what else we get inside the packaging. Inside the packaging you will get a piece of cable. So let me just take this cable out. So here is the cable. Unfortunately, it didn't come with a USB-C cable. As you can see, on one end you have a USB-A, USB 3.0A connector, and on the other hand you have your micro B connector. The good thing about this connector though is that this cable is easily available. So if you lose this cable, these types of cables are very easily available without any problem. So that's a plus there. We will measure the size of this cable as well. And finally, let me take you get a small user manual, which we do not need, and finally you will get 2 pieces of a foam to put inside your enclosure if your SSD or hard disk is very loose inside the enclosure. That's pretty much what you get inside the box. So let me just keep the box aside and let's measure the size of this enclosure and the cable as well. So here I've got my tape measure. So as you can see, measuring the size of the enclosure, you can see the enclosure length is about 5 inches in this direction. In this direction it is about 3 inches. And that's pretty much it. If you want to measure the thickness of the enclosure, you can see that this is just about 10 centimeters in thickness. Coming on to the cable feels decent quality. The connectors also feels decent quality. And if you measure the length of this connector as well, you can see that the length of the connector is coming out to be about 19 or 20 inches, a little more than 1.5 feet long. So that's pretty much about the content of the box. Let's quickly insert an SSD and test this on my computer. Alright, so let us open the enclosure. As I mentioned in the beginning, to open this enclosure you will have to push this. As you can see, there is this arrow up just like that, and then you will have to lift it from behind. Then I will be using my Crucial MX500. As you can see, this is the fastest SSD that I've got at the moment, and this is a 1 terabyte 1000 GB drive. As you can see, Crucial MX500 1000 GB. So all you have to do is make sure that you align the connector according to the connector on the enclosure. As you can see, the bigger connector goes on the right side. Align it together and it will simply slide in. Once it's in, if you think that the SSD is loose, you can insert the foam that came with the enclosure, but in my case it doesn't look that bad, and also I will not be traveling a lot with this enclosure, so there is that. So to close this, simply put it on top like that and push it from behind. You heard the click. Now the SSD is ready to use. Now you can carry this around without any problem, and you can use any 2.5-inch or any laptop hard drive or SSD and convert that into an external drive. Now let us connect our USB cable. Here is your micro B port, so let me just connect it there as well. The cable is also now connected. Now let us connect this on a computer and see what is the speed we are getting in Crystal Disk Mark. Alright guys, so here is my computer, and if you've seen my previous videos, then you will remember that instead of this case, I only had a simple motherboard sitting on top of the box. So for the past 1 year I was running my computer without any case because of financial reasons. Anyways, in this case I'm running an Asus Prime H510ME motherboard, and the processor that I'm running in this case is the Intel i5 11th generation 11400 processor. Now this motherboard comes with USB 3.2 generation 1 ports. So without any further delay, let us connect our ORICO 2.5 inch hard drive enclosure on our USB 3.0 ports, as you can see there. So let me just connect that. It is now connected. Let's see what happens in the computer. As you can see, a new volume is detected. Let's check in my computer as well. Alright, so let us open this PC, and as you can see in this PC, you can see there's a new drive available, which is the E drive, and as you can see it is displaying 930 GB. That is our 1 TB crucial SSD. Now let us open Crystal Disk Mark and see what is the speed that we are getting using the ORICO enclosure. Alright, Crystal Disk Mark is open now. As you can see, our drive is now selected, which is the E drive 931 GB, which is our 1 TB crucial SSD that we added inside the ORICO enclosure. So I'm going to keep the test size to be 1 GB, and I've increased the number of passes from 1 to 2. So this will do 2 passes, and it will give us the average of the 2 results. So without any further delay, let me just click on all, and that will give us a simple idea of what is the test result on using it from Crystal Disk Mark. So tests are running. Now let us come back when the test is finished. Alright guys, so our test is finished, and as you can see, the results that we are getting are very respectable, and I can confirm that this is comparable to other enclosures that I've seen in the market in this price range. So we can see the in sequential read speed we're getting about 460 megabytes per second. So if you're transferring some bigger files, maybe movies or video files, it will happen really quickly. On the other hand, if you take a look at the speed, the write speed is also similar. So if you're transferring bigger files onto the drive, then it will also happen quickly. On the random read speed, we're getting about 164 megabytes per second, which is also good. And on the random write, we're getting about 167.15. Random basically means when you have very small files, but there is a large number of small files in your data set. That's when random write speed helps you there. So these are the results of this ORICO enclosure when using with a 1 TB crucial MX500 using the Crystal Disk Mark. Alright guys, so this was my video and unboxing of this ORICO 2.5 inch hard drive or SSD enclosure. So with this enclosure, if you have some spare 2.5 inch hard drives available from your old laptop, or if you have some spare 2.5 inch SSDs available, you can use these drives, 2.5 inch size drives, inside this enclosure and convert your SSD or hard disk drive as a USB portable storage device. In this video, we tested the ORICO enclosure using the Crucial MX500, which is a 1 TB drive. And if you look on the top of the enclosure, you will see that it also comes with a blue colored LED, which stays stable when it is connected to power, and it starts blinking when there is a data transfer happening from the enclosure. Overall, I think this is a decent buy for the price. There are another brands available like PiBox and Amazon Basics. It's also available in different colors, as you can see there. So that's pretty much it about in this video. So if you're in the market for an enclosure, you can take a look at this. There's not much to it. There's not much can be told about this enclosure. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.